and welcome to BIMUN TV. This is an interview with the External Relations team. I'm accompanied by 4 External Relations officers here. So, hello guys, could you please first introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Nilla.
I'm Bobby.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Samuel.
Very nice to meet you guys. We have some questions prepared for you. So the first one is, without any further ado, can you please tell us first about why and how did you guys, each one of you, become a part of the team that you're in right now?
So like last year I also take part in BIMUN. I was hosting like a very kind German girl and I was also a staff, but I thought that this year I wanted to try out something new, maybe become even an organizer, and luckily I got the opportunity to be part of the external relations team, which I'm very glad, and I really enjoyed my work so far.
Well, when it comes to me, then this is actually my second year as an external relations officer, and last year I applied because I really wanted to become a member of the organizing team, and since I was still a very young member of this whole community, I wanted to try myself out in a less overwhelming position. So that's why I applied for the external relations position.
Can you please elaborate a bit on that?
Well, I asked the older students who have already participated in BIMUN, and they all recommended this position because this was a great entry into this whole new world that the BIMUN actually has to offer. And I mean, I was in 9th grade, so I was still a bit young to actually do anything else, and this was something that had a high chance of me getting accepted into, and that's why I applied for that one.
Yeah, similar to Bobby, I was also an external relations officer last year, and I really enjoyed the things I did. So I decided to apply once again, as this is my last year in the Utrecht, so decided to take part now. So yeah, I want to explore the opportunity.
Last year I was a staff, but I didn't get to do a lot of things. So I thought about joining as an organizer this year. And last year I looked through all the organizer positions and thought about them, and I think XCOM was the most suited for me.
Okay, thank you very much. This leads us to our next question, which is related to your past experiences. So if you guys had to give like a very quick, brief comparison to last year, how would you feel about it?
Like I wasn't an XCOM last year, so I can't really compare the two things. So I will.
Well, last year was a lot more challenging at times, a lot more exciting in others, especially because last year we had a lot of international participants at the conference. Therefore, we had a lot more on our workload. So we had to write a bunch of emails, maybe even 10 or 12 a day, to provide proper and accurate information to the delegates and the teachers. And even throughout the conference, we sometimes received special requests or even certain complaints. And therefore, we had to work a lot harder than compared to this year. I'm not saying that this year is any easier, but it is challenging from different perspectives.
Do you think you are prepared enough to take on the challenge? I mean, I'm sure you are.
I think I can manage, yeah.
You as a team as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surrounded by 3 amazing working partners, so yeah, we can tackle the challenges we are facing at any time.
Yeah, I'm very glad to hear that. If you guys have anything to expand on that. Okay. So our next question is, what is your guys' favorite part in being a member of the team you're in?
I really enjoy working like with Bobby and Shamu because like we work together, so like the job is so much more easier because not one person has to reply to all those emails. So I see maybe that we're a team working together.
Well, if my friends would describe me as someone who has a huge amount of FOMO, and being a member of this team allows me to see behind the curtains and the scenes that surround the organization of the conference, and therefore I can feed my FOMO and not be hungry for even more information because I'm always aware of the things that are surrounding the organization.
Do you think that the others share this FOMO?
Do you?
Yes.
I think I do.
I think at least a bit, yes.
Yeah, at least a bit, yeah.
Is that also part of your guys' motivation?
I think more of my motivation comes from other places, for example, working with other people, not just this team, but also during the conference with other people. And that is a really good feeling of working as a team.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. Okay, so the next question would be still based around your teamwork and how you guys work together. So it's very simple. How do you guys divide the work between you when you're working, organizing, doing whatever?
So every day there's one person who answers the emails. On Mondays it's Shamu. On Sundays and Tuesday it's me. On Wednesday and Thursday it's you, Nilla. And on Saturday and Friday it's you, Bobby.
Is there anything else that involves being part of this team? It's like work-wise?
Well, this whole organization is very connected to each department, and there are certain tasks or assignments that even the external relations officers can do, and we're not necessarily just answering to emails, we're also doing other tasks that the secretary general or even the project manager asks us to do.
All right, thank you. So it's like a very interconnected type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Next question is very closely related to this. So how did preparation look like for the conference? Was it similar to the work that you are doing or have been doing inside the conference, or was it some kind of different task?
Well, compared to each conference has a different vibe and different procedure because we're aiming to reform and improve the parts that didn't go that nicely last year to make it much better and make it more exciting and fun for the delegates because they are the main focus, the participants themselves. And we had a lot of organizer meetings, not only just external relations, regarding external relations, but about the different programs that are held during the conference. And I think this year, obviously there were some parts that went a lot better than compared to last year, but then there were other parts which wasn't on the same level as last year, for example.
Would you be willing to mention some of these examples? It's fine if you don't want to.
I mean, the one thing that went really well this year was probably the committee dinners, because the financial part of it is quite complicated, and this year we were able to establish a new system that worked really well with the organizers as well as the participants, and we managed to do everything better than last year.
I'm very glad to hear that. Do you guys agree with this?
Yeah, I think it was very well organized, and a lot of thought went into it before the conference to prepare for it.
Okay, thank you very much. This brings us to the last official question of this interview, but I would be very glad to hear some fun stories from you guys at the end if you're up to it. And it's basically a very simple question of what was it exactly that you guys have been doing in the conference so far? What are you still looking forward to doing? And if anything, in the instance of something that maybe you did not do something that you wanted to do, what was it? If there was anything that you did not do that you would have wanted to do otherwise.
I really enjoyed this conference so far, not just because being an organizer, but also because I'm hosting a girl this year also, and I really enjoy spending time with her, getting to know her, and also the activities outside of the sessions, for example the boat trip. Today will be the official party, so I'm looking forward to those.
Apart from being an external relations officer, I have 3 other positions, therefore I was quite busy during the conference. I was running around the school trying to solve a bunch of problems that came up, but obviously went mostly smoothly. I'm also hosting, just like Nila, I'm also hosting a German Girl, and I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to do so because hosting allows you to broaden your horizons regarding other cultures and other countries, and I'm also supervising the German delegation, which allows me to make new friends, make new connections, and hopefully those will also last.
Yeah, I'm very glad to hear that.
So unlike Bobby, I'm only the external relations officer. I don't do any other stuff like her. but I really enjoy that I have a freedom in the conference, so I get to decide if I want to wake up early and go to the school or just sleep at home after a long night. Yeah, that's what happened exactly today. So, but still, I'm part of the conference and I can feel the conference really, so that's great.
Just so you know, this is my third time I'm seeing him throughout the whole conference.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have free will.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this conference because I got to be in the school a lot, but I didn't get, I think, quite enough time yet in the debates, for example, which is something I am trying to get more time in, sitting for the debates. That's my plan for the rest of the conference, basically.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, and up until now, I was doing miscellaneous tasks.
Such
just
as?
some, yeah, just some small stuff.
But do you want to mention some examples?
For example, at the info desk on the front, I had, I think, 2 shifts, which I did. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm afraid that we won't have time for the story times, which I'm very sad about, but my ultimate question for you guys is whether you would be up for being part of the same team next year.
Yes, I definitely really enjoyed being a part of the organizers team, and I think I will also do the same as next year.
I can just reinforce what Nila said. It is a beautiful community, and I cannot wait to be an organizer again next year.
I mean, I would be glad to be part of the organizing team once again, but I unfortunately do not have the opportunity as
Shame
I'm
on
leaving
you.
school in 2 weeks, so yeah, that's sad.
I really enjoyed being on the organizers team as well. I am still thinking about next year because of the final exams and such, but there is a possibility. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is a very inspiring interview. Thank you very much for you guys for participating. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.